So it stopped raining or hailstoning, and I decided while I wait for it, I'll make a tent peg as I sometimes do, or sometimes make a spoon. But I thought, well, I'm not in any rush, so I'll take my time with it today. So it doesn't take a lot to make a tent peg, but like I said, I'm not in any rush, so here it is. So I left some of the bark up there. Heavy duty tent peg, looks quite nice, got your notch in there, so you can see that. So put my notch in there, so when you hammer it into the ground you can put your paracord on here, and then obviously the other end to your tarp or tent or whatever you're using. But beautiful wood. If you oiled this, that grain will be lovely, you know, and it would last a lot longer. Nice chamfered edge, and doesn't matter what you make to pass time on, just make something. I made this all with this, which it was featured in one of my earlier videos. This is a Condor Hudson Bay knife, but this one's a modified version of it. There used to be a bit of a craze, if you like, on modding these knives, because obviously a lot of people don't like the grind, and obviously the bit down here where the guard is was quite thick in this area, so you couldn't really get up close with the blade. And I bought this off the Bushcraft trade group. Obviously I had to tidy the edge up because I had quite a few rolls in it and chips, and I believe a little bit of rust on it as well. So obviously I've done some work to the edge, but I kind of kept it close to the original grind as I could. So it's like a flat grind, and with a kind of like, it's almost like a mini saber grind. Like a saber grind or even a mini Scandi, but it's not quite as thin in this area where the shoulder is for a Scandi. So, but anyway, I made that tent peg all with this knife. Now obviously the trappers back in the day for the Hudson Bay Company, if you've heard of the Hudson Bay Company, which was a very famous company for selling furs and hides and cargo, and they had a bit of a reputation, not all of it good either, and they named knives and even tomahawks and axes because this is the kind of thing that they would use back in the day, because a bushcraft knife back in them days was pretty much any knife that you had with you at the time, most likely probably an old butcher's knife or a kitchen knife or something like this, or even a meat cleaver, you know, from a butcher. So knives were pretty much scarce and very far between. So, and a lot of people actually used to trade maybe furs or something similar to get a good quality knife. Even the Native American Indians used to do a lot of trading as well, to upgrade the knives and things. So it's just kind of a take on that, really. It's made by a company called Condor. They are very well known and renowned for making budget friendly bushcraft knives, survival knives and things. But recently, again, I've mentioned this in the video, I don't know if they've got a different supplier where they get the steel from, I'm not too sure, but the steel doesn't seem to be as hard and as durable as it once was. This is one of their earlier steels. I have tested it, and it's pretty good, pretty damn good. But some of the modern knives that they're coming out now, I've found that their steel is a little bit too soft. But the early steels were fantastic. Like this was fantastic, really good steel. It's only 1075 steel. They now do a 1095 steel, which I've not actually tried yet, which is probably something in the pipeline. We'll try their 1095 steel, which is, like I say, this is one of their earliest steels, 1075 steels. They're still producing knives in 1075 steel, but I tend to think it's a little bit too soft, more soft than what it were back when I used to buy the Condor knives. But yeah, even with knives like this, it's still possible to do tent pegs and fine carving and things like that, so nothing's impossible. And it's very tip heavy as well, so it's an awesome chopper, really good chopper. Very heavy, relatively thick as well, pretty thick. I'd say maybe good 5 mil on the spine there. So yeah, the scales have been totally modified, not by me, by the person I got it from. The scales are a lot smaller, a lot more rounder, makes the tang more. The castle area, or the guard area, that's been grounded down, so it's more, the blade is actually more closer to the handle, so it's nice grip there now. It's a lot easier for carving and delicate work and feather sticks, etc. Whereas before it was probably, the metal came to about here, and there was a good inch or so gap between the blade and the handle scales where it used to be, but now that's been ground down, so it's a lot better, and the handle's a lot bigger now. It's an awesome chopper, really good chopper for something that looks like a butcher's knife. But yeah, lovely drop point there, really good for batoning with as well, because of the thick spine. But yeah, I used to be a fan of Condor knives, but not so much their modern knives. Like I say, I mean, if anybody knows if they've changed supplies with the steel, I'm not too sure, but the steel, what they're coming with now, it's to me, it doesn't seem to be as good. But this is what their steel used to be. It's good, solid 1075 steel. So yeah, brilliant. Again, I don't think the original Hudson Bay had a 90-degree spine, I'm not too sure. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's really rough. It's good for bark, shaving bark off, and it'll definitely strike a ferro rod as well. It's really rough spine, that is, really rough. Probably hear it on my palm of my hand. How rough that spine is, really sharp, that spine. So I have no doubt in my mind that this will have no problem striking the ferro rod. So, but again, you know, that's what we do. I mean, we mod things to our needs, we mod things to our tastes. If you've got, you know, if we've got the skills to do it. And this has ended up being a really good knife. Really good knife. Maybe if you're not used to handling big knives, then it might be a bit too heavy for some people, a bit cumbersome, overwhelming. But for me, I'm used to it. Used to me big knives and big Bowie knives and Bowie knives. As you can probably hear, there's a lot of activity in the woods today. Not people, but a lot of wood pigeons about. And I don't know what they're doing today, but they're making quite a bit of noise today. But yeah, I just wanted to show you. I mean, you know, if you want to pass time or make a spoon, make a tent peg, what I've just done. While you're waiting for the rain to die down or hailstone, and the sun's come out now. I don't plan to stay here that long, so I'll probably stay here another hour and then I'll head back home. But yeah, I just wanted you a quick update on what I've been doing. Just chilling out today. Didn't really plan on making any videos today. It's just to sort my head out and just try my modifying Hudson Bay knife by Condor that I've not used for a while. So yeah, really pleased with that. And the sheath as well. This didn't come with the original sheath. The sheath I've got is this old frog, British Army olive green frog, for what's originally used for a bayonet or a golok or a machete. So yeah, that's what I've got in at the minute, but it serves its purpose. I'll probably upgrade it to a leather one, because I do like my leather. But yeah, this is when Condor was good, when the steel was less soft. In 1075 steel, it is a soft steel anyway compared to 1095, but for some reason the modern stuff that they're producing, it's just too soft. And I can probably hammer on this all day long, and it won't be as bad as the 1075 steel they're producing now. And like I said, I'm yet to sample their 1095 steel. But anyway, I'm not going to waffle on. I just wanted to show you this and my tent peg. Wait, my tent peg. Took my time with this one, make it a little bit more prettier. So yeah, all done with this large Hudson Bay by Condor. So again, thanks for watching, and the next video will be either a review or probably a bit more bushcraft. So till then, bye bye for now, thanks for watching.